Hello, friends, and welcome into Game 3 of our Game Day 3 slate. The main event, some would say, two undefeated teams, two of the top dogs in the league, Erebuni versus Armens. We made a switch in the booth. No longer have Alec Karamanian in the booth, now have Patrick Karamanian. Patrick, welcome in.
Xander, I'm so glad to be back. I've been watching the games. They've all been phenomenal. I'm excited for what's coming up.
That's going to be a great game. None other than Hendrik Sardevegan coming in, giving some inspirational words before the game.
Yeah, appreciate the love, Henrik. Always do. Xander, we've been seeing some great basketball today. I'm so excited for what we're about to see today.
Definitely, and this two teams coming into the season that we knew they were going to be good. Just by looking at their roster, you could tell these are two great teams.
Oh, no doubt about that. Armens, we know, is already exceptionally talented, but Erebuni, as we talked about, they are an experienced team. They play together, and I want to add, Zara Zargarian making his first debut in the AABA games. What he brings, experience, playmaking, and a guy who can score, Zando. Look for him to be productive.
And not here today for Erebuni is Garan Spedjian Stretch, who's definitely a big loss. A big body, a guy who does it all, can score, plays defense, rebounds, and brings a whole lot of energy.
Oh, absolutely. Stretch spaces the floor. But I think this team, having Zargarian in there, will look to score in the paint a little bit more, which is something they were sorely lacking the last couple games.
And Armens with some new players on their roster today. One, Johnny Mansourian off the bench, and the other, Andrew Dabaklian, who's making his debut and thrust right into the fire in the starting lineup.
That's the only way you're going to learn, Zando. You have to be put into the situation, and I think he'll be productive. I've seen him play a couple times. He's young, athletic. He'll help them out.
And for Erebuni, another guy missing for them, Alan Bagaturian. Congratulations are in order for him. Got engaged last week in New York, and we're underway. Armens win the tip, ball to Panusi. Helligar gets it to Odiambo. Panusi driving on Williams. Up top, inside, Dabaklian. Right away, gets himself going.
I love the confidence from this kid right off the bat.
Inside, Henrik. Wide. Refs say there was a deflection. Stays with Erebuni. Williams gets it up top. Steps back behind the three-point line. Long on the triple.
That's a good look for Williams. He's got to have the confidence and keep taking that shot.
Inside. Henrik comes away with it. Bringing it the other way. Valentine. Easy deuce. Patrick Valentine is one of the most premier players you could watch in this league. Just look at his play style.
Xander, we talked about last game. When we say professional scorer, that's exactly what he is. He is so patient. He understands the game, and he makes the game easy for himself.
Erebuni rebound, but miscommunication. Henrik tries getting it to Zara Zargarian, out of bounds. Armens ball. And a name that I'm going to have to mention out for the Armens, Haru Tahanyan, one of the most energetic and explosive players on their team. And a guy that he's not only a pest, but he's good at what he does too.
Zano, that's an exceptional point you made. Haru is a great role player for this team. Not having him is going to hurt.
And Valentine continuing to put on a scoring onslaught he's had going all season long, already with 5 points. Panusi off on his first triple. Valentine bringing it up. Off on that three. Henrik tries giving a foul in the backcourt. Helligar Andreassian thought he went straight up. Ref calls a foul.
One of the best finishers in the game. Helligar has to keep being aggressive like that, Zando. Not too many people can stop him when he's that in deep.
And both these teams rocking shorter benches today. Only 2 subs for each team.
Zando, that's something I was talking about with Johnny. This was before he was warming up. This is one of those leagues where you need to have subs because the pacing of this game is exceptionally fast. You got to put a lot of effort defensively, just alone defensively. Can you imagine on the offensive end too? So having only 2 subs, I don't know how that's going to work.
And we saw how it was going for Academy USA, able to keep the fresh legs in last game, substituting people in and out, and they had good bodies to rotate through. Panusi on Valentine. Sargarian catches, fires, hits. Little Z getting himself going instantly with the triple.
Zando, we know he's very familiar with the FIBA game and the FIBA range. Played on the 2016 Armenian national team that won that championship with Andres Spite winning MVP. He had a big role in that team, and I know he'll have a big role here today.
And Helligar with a big and one to halt the Erebuni run. And early on, Pat, 2 different styles of approach. Armens pounding it more inside, and Erebuni doing great from beyond the arc.
You know, Zando, I thought it would be the other way around, to be very honest with you. But I'm loving what I'm seeing from Armens. They're taking advantage of their size. They understand where they can get their easy points.
Valentine short.
I like this matchup, Panusi on Valentine. Panusi has the length to keep up with him and the speed. But does he have the discipline? That's what I want to see from him. Usually he likes taking risks defensively. But a guy at Valentine, he'll make you pay.
Panusi, a guy that played at La Sierra College, but going up against Valentine, who played professionally in England. Definitely a marquee matchup, and Marquise Williams, too strong. Helligar can't rebound it. Valentine, long.
It was a good contest by Panusi.
Valentine started off hot with 5 straight points, but's cooled off since. Ball advanced up. Zargarian can't catch up to it. Back to the Armens. And Mansourian coming in for the first time. Surya Meliksetyan coming out.
Zando, Johnny is a sharp shooter. I've seen him play multiple times. It reminds me a lot of J.J. Redick, his style of play. And this is exactly what was missing for Armens. They need a guy that can space the floor and knock it down any given time.
Absolutely, Pat. A guy who does not need the ball in his hand to impact the game as Panusi gets his first bucket.
I gotta tell you, last Novosarchan, I had to guard Johnny, going through all those screens, and finally, by the time I caught him, he was already up in the air. I'm thinking this guy's exactly like Redick. But he does well under a set offense, which Coach V can provide.
And now the other way, Armens again. Panusi thinks about pulling it, gets it inside to Odiambo. Odiambo backs down Sarkarian. But a great stop by Little Z. And Andreassi the other way, left-handed finish. This Erebuni team with a lot of pieces, just plug and play. The first week Stretch was playing the similar role to Little Z, and now Little Z just right into his spot. Mansourian inside, Panusi. And Panusi inside scores again.
Yeah, that was Lil Z's mistake. He even knew that. Gotta be more aware of who you're guarding.
Five seconds on the shot clock. Little Z has to get it up. And foul called right before the shot clock violation hits.
That That was poor decision. Oh, looks like no fouls called. Oh, excuse me. That is poor decision making. There's 1 second left on the clock. Don't risk it. Put your hands up. Let the guy make a tough shot on you.
And I'll be honest, I don't know if Little Z was aware of the shot clock there. He might have been, I don't think he was shooting. He told the ref, what else would I be doing but shooting it? But that one's a close one.
Zaria is one of the best talkers in basketball, Zando. He can control the whole game just off his voice alone.
Crick, oh, Adam Andreassian had Sarkarian wide open. Valentine, no good on the pull-up. And he's cooled off after his hot 5-point start. Helligar gets it to Mansourian. Panusi finds Odiambo. Corner, Johnny. Panusi pulls up, tough shot. Wants a foul.
Honestly, had the first shot.
Other way now, Williams. No good. Battles inside with Odiambo. And a technical foul is issued to Erebuni.
Marquise Williams has missed the last couple shots he's taken, not going the way he wants things to go, but you have to maintain your composure. This is not the time to lose your cool, especially when you're that important of a player to this team.
Helligar taking the 2 free throws.
And subbing in for him, Corey Davis Zando. We saw what he can do last week against Aragats. Very smart player, very well composed. He is a true basketball player.
And Davis brings some much-needed guard play for this team.
He's a playmaker, Zando. You don't have too many playmakers on this team. They all have the set mindset to score, but a guy like Davis, who can score, also has that pass-first mentality.
.330 left in the first quarter. Erebuni finds themselves down 4 points. And Valentine will look to change that as he goes to the free throw line.
Panusi did everything right up until the last second, Zando. He played great defense, kept his feet in front of Valentine, but that reach, too many of these players, they like going for that reach.
I'll tell you what, Valentine is not an easy cover, so anytime you can get in front of him, it's tough, but he's just a crafty scorer. We said it, professional scorer. The guy knows how to get to his spots, knows how to get people up in the air, knows how to get people reaching. Helligar brings it. Odiambo wants it in the post. Around Little Z. Tries slamming it, still gets the 2.
That was a nice move.
Little Z. Darzi Bashins gets it to Davis. Davis, quick move. And he hits.
I love it. Big bucket right off the bench.
And the guy that could take some of the scoring relief off of Valentine's shoulders. Another guy that could create his own shot and also create plays for his teammates, like you said. Odiambo, too strong. Odiambo had one of the most impressive box scores I've seen in a long time. Week 1, 20 and 20. That's just ridiculous.
Now coming into the game, Roman Davis, another guy who is a threat on the board, Zando.
Andreassian inside. Armens keep possession. Or Erebuni keeps possession, my apologies. Andreassian goes in. Gets the call. Looks like he's down.
Looks like it was his ankle retying that shoe, but it looks like he's all right, Zando.
And an injury, not something either of these teams can afford, especially right now. Both of them only 2 subs on the bench.
It's good to see Andre Alcyon back on his feet. Andre Alcyon is such a key component for this team, Zando. On his own Aria team, he's one of the main ball handlers. He can score anytime, but you have to appreciate his IQ of understanding of the game, because coming into this team, he knows his role and what he needs to do, and he's done exactly that.
Even on the hurt ankle, makes both free throws, ties up the game for Erebuni. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Manusi brings it, advances to Helligar. Davis. Right away with the mid-range jumper. And Bogdalian hounding Valentine in the backcourt, forces a turnover.
This is something Armens has been missing. A young guy who can come in, play defense any given day, and that's exactly what they're getting from him.
And I'll tell you what, if you want playing time from Coach Viken Eskijian, that's how you get it. And he gets the putback, rebound, and one. Or no and one, my apologies.
Should have been an N1, or at least that's what he thinks.
Inside Valentine, right back at Bogdalian.
If you're Bogdalian, you don't pressure Garcia all the way on top like that. He is just too smart of a player.
Davis, again from mid-range. It's like the scoring starting to pick up for both teams. Minute now left in the quarter. Valentine draws the foul. Even with the slow start to this game, Valentine's still nearly at double-digit points. Already at 9. And those 2 free throws gets him, or the 1 free throw gets him to 10. Other way, Helligar. Right at the basket for the and 1.
What a strong take by Warren Helligar.
Tell you what, if you told me the 2 best teams in the league were matching up, final game of the day, I'd expect a game like this one. 22-19. Armens with the chance to make it a 4-point game.
Zando, I can't express. I feel like every game I'm repeating myself, but he is almost unguardable when he gets that deep. He is too fast, but he's also very strong for a guy his size. Even with a contact, he's able to finish at any time.
Helligar misses the free throw, but gets his own rebound. But he gets called for a double dribble. He's even laughing after his...
He knows. But that's the one thing I really like about Warren, Zando. He's such a nice guy. He loves to play ball. He has a great time. He gets along with everybody. I've never seen him have a bad day.
And he almost comes away with the steal. Little Z gets it to Aram. No good. And Helligar brings it. He has Mansourian, decides to take it himself, and he gets it to go. 37 now left in the first quarter. Williams back in the game after the technical foul. Steps back, that's a 2.
A bucket he sorely needed, Zando. He was frustrated all game. I'm sure he feels so happy to see that one go down.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Davis posting up on Little Z. Helligar with it. Williams comes out to guard him. Helligar spins. No good. Beats the buzzer but doesn't get it to go. After one, the Armens up 26-21 against Erebuni.
What a great quarter of basketball we're seeing so far. Everybody is putting in their effort. They're moving the ball. They're being patient, and they're using their strengths. That's what's more important. We'll tune in now to Zando Arzumanian, who will be. Oh, it looks like we're experiencing some difficulty here.
My Detroit players, Tim for my hooligans in Brooklyn.
Damn.
Talk about the legal age. If you scared, shut the fuck up, man. If you scared.
Erebuni starting the quarter with the ball. Panusi covering Williams. Patrick Narbet out of the game right now, resting his foot. Looks like he's keeping it elevated. Valentine goes inside. Swearing with a great defensive play. Panusi leading the break. Pulls it back. Inside on Williams. Gets him up in the air. And one.
That starts with a defensive effort by Suran, understanding when to come help, but smart by Johnny. You force him baseline. You force him where the help is. And that was a good, strong finish by Patrick Panusi. Having a little bit of a slow start, but is looking to pick it up.
And Panusi, a guy I like to say his game is very similar to Kevin Durant, the way he's going to try to rise over you and score. Williams steps back on Panusi. Helligar brings it up. Oh, looks like it went off his foot.
Panusi a little upset there. He thought he was open in the corner, and Helligar missed him.
Fortunate break for Erebuni. Valentine inside, hanging and finishing.
Man, tough finish. And looked like he got bumped over there too.
And if you look at this game, it simply boils down to Helligar versus Valentine. Both of them with 12 points already. Davis. Jump hook, no good. Fights for the rebound, gets it. Mansourian. And an offensive foul called.
Zando, I'm noticing a lot of more one-on-one play from Armens in this quarter. They're not sharing the ball as much as they should. They are a very skilled and talented team. You have to share the ball, get each other involved.
Erebuni now with a chance to make it a one-possession game again. Williams gets to Zargarian. Little Z retreats. Finds Henrik under the basket, but Henrik misses the layup, and now Armens bring it the other way. Helligar gets the foul in the backcourt. .13 left in the second quarter. Armens up 5 points. Panusi pulls deep. And now the other way, Aram Tarzibashian's right down Broadway, can't finish. Baghdalian finds Panusi.
Good defense by Sardar Bigyan.
Great job by him to get back into that play and force the ball out of bounds. Corey Davis coming in for Marquise Williams.
Good ball movement here.
Foul called on the floor on Valentine. And Zara Zargarian not happy with it. And Valentine coming out.
Zargarian seems very frustrated with that last call. But, you know, that's what he's known for, Zando. He's going to let you know if he's not happy.
And that was Valentine's third foul. And now Zargarian picks up another foul.
He's got to be careful. He's extremely important to this team. If he's going to be giving out fouls like that, they'll take him out early.
And Valentine, a guy you need in the game. 10 points in the first quarter, 4 rebounds, already tacked on another bucket in the second. And Erebuni also giving, if they give one more foul up, the Armens will be in the bonus. Davis able to make a nice post move and score.
Davis right now is getting in his comfortable spot and he's scoring with ease. Zargarian's not making him work. If you're Zargarian, you have to deny a little bit. Do your work before he catches the ball.
And there's Corey Davis driving inside and getting a foul call. You know, Armen's not imposing their will physically, size-wise as much this game as you'd expect.
Armens is the type of team where once their guards are able to maintain control, then the bigs will start feeling comfortable and doing what they are good at, Zando. Right now, Warren is controlling the game. Oh, and right as I say that.
And there's another technical foul issued to Erebuni. Looks like it's going to be on Zara Zargarian.
Zargarian had this one coming, Zando. He's been chatting a lot, been talking all game. He needs to maintain his composure.
And he's going to have to come out. And now, Patrick, an issue arises where Z can't come out for Robert Valentine. You can't have 3 non-Armenians on the court at the same time. Helligar shooting more technical free throws.
Zando, as good as Erebuni is, you can't help but notice how often they talk to each other, not in a positive note. They get on each other's case a lot.
Pat, right now I think it simply boils down to Erebuni's beating themselves.
I completely agree with you on that one. They are a talented team. They can play. There's no doubt about it. But you're hit it right on the hammer. They're beating themselves. They get on each other's case. When there's a missed layup, the person who missed the layup is already upset. You have to be positive. You have to provide support.
Davis off on the free throw, and I think another big issue for Erebuni, they don't have that vocal leader as a player. Henrik's trying to do it, but not able to really control them and get them in the right row or right line, as Helligar at the basket can't finish. Odiambo up top. Panusi, no good.
That was a good look by Panusi. He hasn't really felt the rhythm just yet, but you know, after a few shots here and there, if Armens can get him going, he'll be productive.
Odiambo loses the ball. Williams is going to bring it the other way. Aram.
What a find by Williams.
And that's a big basket. Erebuni able to halt the Armens run. Now they need a stop. Helligar. Inside, Odiambo. To Mansourian. Mansourian tries the touch pass. Henrik brings it the other way. Flicks it up, can't get it to go. Helligar had Baghdalian in the corner. Takes it himself for the 2. Davis finds Williams. Williams. Off on his 3. Out of bounds, and someone's going to have to pick up the scoring slack with Valentine out of the game.
That's a tough shot to take, Zando. I know Williams is a good shooter, but Hand in the face, step back, NBA range. That's not easy for anybody to make. At that point, you maybe take it to the guy in the paint, score inside, get some easy baskets for yourself.
And some good news for Erebuni. Norbert Andriassian back in the game. That also helps them not be limited with the subs they can make. Odiambo. One leg, turn around, it's good. Odiambo getting some love from the other team. Hendrick saying, nice move. Sargarian. Inside, loses it for a second. And Odiambo stays straight up, gets the block. Davis, 6 on the shot clock. Ooh, pretty finish with the floater.
Corey Davis doing everything he can for this squad, but they need to get some stops on the other end.
Helligar and one free throw line pull-up. Helligar is getting anything he wants right now. 18 points already. A free throw to come. Valentine back in the game for Erebuni. Sargarian subs himself out. Darcy Boshians comes in. Davis also coming out for Williams.
I'm not sure how I feel about the subs, Zando. Corey Davis just had a big bucket. He's been productive the whole game. You got to keep him in there a little longer.
Helligar knocks down the free throw, and I definitely agree with that, Pat. Give him a little longer burn. Williams, obviously a great player, but not having his best game early on. Valentine. Triple's good. Robert Valentine continuing to do what he does best, score the ball.
That was indeed good defense, but better offense will always prevail.
And there's Helligar scoring on some good defense on the other end. Armens now take a 10-point lead. Valentine floats it up and gets it to go. Robert Valentine coming back into the game off the bench. And starting to heat up. And Helligar continuing to stay hot. Pat, we've got a good old-fashioned showdown going on right now. Mano-y-mano. Valentine versus Helligar.
These teams are competitive, Zando. They're not going anywhere. Oh, nice move by Williams.
Williams just short on the and one. And Williams,
a lot of talking.
looks like he's a little frustrated. Odiambo tried tapping on the back saying, nice move. He said, don't touch me.
Odiambo and Williams have been chatting a lot in this quarter, Zando. Two competitive guys, and Williams doesn't want to have anything to do with him right now. But that also comes with composure, Zando. It's part of the game to talk. It's part of the game to have those hard fouls. You just have to keep playing through it.
Williams makes the first free throw. Off, Panucci boards it. Other way, Helligar. Spinning, backing down Andriassian, turnaround. Off.
A little too strong there.
And now you've got to think Valentine's got to get a shot right now. As he loses it, and Suran brings it the other way. He has Baghdalian. Does it himself, misses. Baghdalian can't finish it. And a foul called. Armens not able to convert on a 3-on-1 fast break.
As great of a hustle that was from Darza Bashan's, Suran has to finish that. You put in all that effort defensively. You had that layup. Either give it out or finish it.
Davis comes back in the game for Helligar. Helligar, a much-needed rest. 23 points already in the first half.
He is putting on a show right now, Zando. If you're Erebuni, you gotta find a way to slow him down. Congest the paint. Don't let him have anything easy inside.
Lars Dubashins misses both free throws.
Rare for him.
And Panusi passes off to Odiambo. Erebuni pushing the break. Williams
Oh, too much.
gets
Too
it
much.
to Valentine a little too late. Valentine can't finish. And Odiambo there to block him on his second attempt. Odiambo gets it to Davis. Davis inside. No good. Odiambo and one. That one's just too easy for big Fred Odiambo.
Very difficult to guard someone who is that big, Zando. Big, long arms. Excellent finisher in this league.
Timeout now called with 3 minutes left in the first half. We're going to be right back after this commercial break.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Armens up double digits against Erebuni in a game that has not gone the way we expected. Pat, a lot of frustration by Erebuni so far, and for the Armens, they've been able to control, and they're playing through their man, William Helligar.
The last previous game, Erebuni had all the control. Right now, they're having a lot of difficulty guarding Warren Helligar, who's putting out an astonishing performance, I gotta say. They're not communicating, Zando. That's the biggest flaw in basketball. When you can't communicate with your teammates, let him know where he's going, where the help is, then he's going to have a cakewalk.
Odiambo looking to convert the and one.
You're Erebuni. You got to look to maybe push the pace a little bit right now.
Absolutely, Pat. Speed up the game. Use your speed to your advantage. Bogdalian boards it. Panusi brings. Panusi gets it back to Bogdalian, and he drives right inside. Odiambo can't finish. Williams with some aggressive defense on him, and it leads to a steal.
Oh.
My Detroit players, Tim's from my hooligans in Brooklyn.
Get down.
Идут на запах, когда папа в будке. Ради Бабелан тебе не шутки. Индивиды Клауда, опресные как бабки. На плече тяжелый беги, а на шарман.
Fear no lies, in my rhythm, hands up, I talk about the legalize. If you scared, shut the fuck up, man, if you scared. No, fear no lies, in my rhythm, hands up, I talk about the legalize. If you scared, shut the fuck up, man, if you scared.
Last year was an eye-opening experience working out for 5 teams. So you know your hard work is what got you those opportunities. And I always said I'll open the door for you, but you just got to do your part. You know. And
No, that's true. He it's funny because he told me that.
what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Action has resumed after a short stoppage. Henrik inside. Little Z can't hit. Davis boards it. 2:30 left in the second quarter. Davis off. Henrik tips it to Little Z, and Little Z with the bucket.
That's exactly what Henrik Zardarbigian is known for, Zando. He's going to help give that extra effort, get those second chance points.
Helligar inside, can't finish. He'll go to the line, though, and I mean this with all due respect if Henrik watches back the stream and hears this. He's one of the biggest pests on the basketball court.
Zando, I played for him. I played against him. He is a pest, for sure. He doesn't give up.
Doesn't give up, always giving 100%. And just giving his team the ultimate chance to win whenever he's on the court.
He takes great pride in taking care of himself. He makes sure to have a healthy diet, exercises. Even with having a wife and 2 kids at home, he still finds a way to come and get in a great shape.
Helligar splits the free throws. At 24 points now in the first half. Davis.
Sandro, they gotta find a way for Erebuni to manage those points in the paint by Helligar. Right now he's having a field day. You can't let him do whatever he wants.
Henrik finds Darcy Boshins in the corner. Long. Davis boards it. Helligar. Little Z, vintage with the pull-up jumper.
That's got to feel good for him. See a few of those buckets go in.
Much needed basket. Helligar brings for Armens. Inside, Helligar right at the rack.
Again, no help inside. Give credit to Warren for the bucket, but there's no help, no communication from Erebuni.
Warren now at nearly 30 points. Davis spins, banks it in.
What a move.
And Davis been a huge bright spot for this Erebuni team who's struggling to find some offensive identity in this game. Mansourian hits. Lead back up to 10 for Armens. 40 seconds left. Davis pulls up and hits again.
If you're Mansourian, you got to find a way to pressure Davis a little bit more. Force him to the help. You have Roman Davis, a great shot blocker in there, waiting for him.
Erebuni, another stop, bringing it down. 20 seconds left in the half. Andriassian pulls it back. 8-point game. Eight seconds. 7. Aaron pass. Backcourt violation. 3 seconds left in the second quarter.
A little sloppy there, Zando. You have got to take care of the ball.
And now a chance for Armens to extend their lead a little more. Into Davis. Davis turns, faces, fires. Tenth of a second left on the clock. And that'll do it for the first half. Armens up 8 after 2 quarters of play.
Zando, this game has been going back and forth. What a performance we're seeing from Warren Helligar. Looking for him to continue this stride going to the second half. We're tuning in now to Zando Arzumanian interview with Coach Vigen Iskidjan.
here at the Academy USA Coaches Corner with Armens coach Viken Eskijin. Viken, two new players on your team today. How were you able to instantly implement them onto the team?
Well, I mean, we don't have any other choice. You know, if you're a bowler, you have to adapt. You have to adjust. It's just a matter of guiding them and putting them in that right position so they maximize their talent that they have. So I think it's easy. If you have experience, you should be able to do that. So
Huge first half by Warren Helligar. What's he going to need in the second half to keep it going?
his legs. His condition is not. We know that he's not. So I'm playing him more. Sometimes I should sub him, but I want him to get the conditioning. Our target is not just this game, to going to the playoff, gelling with each other and understanding each other and knowing which personnel goes with which personnel. So yeah, basically now on the second quarter he should be still stepping on that gas, but with the experience that he has to know that when to get rid of that ball and let other players that also with him contribute as much as he's doing.
Thank you, Coach. We'll be back with the second half after the halftime show presented to you by the Armenian sniper, Gary Javician.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what you need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Last year was an eye-opening experience working out for 5 teams. So your hard work is what got you those opportunities. And I always said I'll open the door for you, but you just got to do your part.
No, that's true. It's funny because he told me that when I signed with him, he's like, look, I'm gonna get you in front of these doors. I'm gonna get you in front of NBA doors, no doubt. But once you walk into that gym, you gotta perform. I can't perform for you.
My Detroit players, Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn.
Damn.
Все идут на запах, когда папа в будке. Ради бабы ланты, не шутки. Индивиды клауда, опресны как бабки. На плече тяжелый биги, а на шее мама.
Fear no lies, listen my rhythm, hands up, I talk about the legal lies. If you scared, shut the fuck up, man, if you scared. No, fear no lies, listen my rhythm, hands up, I talk about the legal lies. If you scared, shut the fuck up, man, if you scared.
Second half action between Armens and Erebuni about to get underway. Dicey first half towards the end, Pat.
Oh, yeah, definitely, Zando. What a performance we're seeing from Warren Helligar. 26 points and 5 rebounds. If you're Erebuni, can you find a way to limit his points in the paint? But also, coming to this half, both teams are going to be shorthanded, Zando. After a recent altercation, no Fred Odiambo for Armens. And for Erebuni, there will be no Marquise Williams. Two bigs provide rebounding, scoring. That's going to hurt them.
Big losses for both teams. Both rosters now down to 6 active players right now. And Panusi instantly has slipped, and I think he's hurt.
Not even a second into it, and we have another injury on the court. But it looks like Patrick Panusi is doing okay, Zando.
Walking, smiling. Look, it's hard to take a smile off that guy's face, I'll tell you that. Does look a little hobbled, though. Second half underway. Panusi into Davis. Davis driving. Hook shot. It's good.
What a nice floater. But Noah Zando, every time Roman Davis makes his post move, he's going towards his left hand. If you're Zara Zargarian, maybe force into his opposite hand. You're making it too easy for him right now. Roman is too good with his left.
Davis against Suren right around him. Up. And Davis has had a great first half and continuing into the second. Already in double figures, 11 points.
Zando, we talked about it. Davis controls the game. He is so smart, knows when to score. He and Valentine are working very well together.
And Valentine pulls up right away off on the 3. Darzi Bashians can't finish. Panusi board. And Aram, great hustle to stop the break.
Zando, we forget how good Aram Darzabashans is. He's been a key player for RL1 all these years. On Erebuni, that's exactly what he's going to provide. Defense, rebounding. If he can find a way to get some easy points for himself, he will be an exceptional help for this team.
Absolutely, and they're missing another spark plug guy, Alan Bagaturian. Armens back up 10 points. Panusi just had the bucket.
Missing quite a
Valentine
bit of players.
able to get inside and score.
Alongside Garin Spenjo and Alan Bagaturian, not having Sevan Pogosian here today, a guy who can stretch the floor, that is sorely missing right now. You're missing some shooters.
That'll be a kickball on Baghdalian. Eight minutes to go in the third. Armen's up 8. Davis working on Melikesian. Steps back and another basket for Corey Davis.
That mid-range game for Davis right now is unguardable. Have to find a way, make it a little more challenging. Force him to put the ball down and drive to the rim.
Play has been stopped. There's a wet spot right by the Armens bench. You know, we saw Patrick slip at the beginning of the half, potentially because of a wet spot, so it's good we're eliminating this one early. And the man that's stealing the show right now, Warren Helligar, putting on an absolute show with his 26 points.
Zando, he's a guy who likes contact. He likes to get hit because he's so strong he can finish against anybody. If you're Erebuni, force him to take the shot. Even though he can work, he's been working on that shot. He can make it, but he's had too many easy points in the paint.
Davis doesn't get it, but Panusi finds it at the top of the key. No good.
Panusi's struggling from the three-point line. If you're Armens, you have to find a way to get him more involved. Have his set offense, set play for him to get a nice open look.
Davis with his first miss of the second half. Ball out of bounds to the Armens. But Erebuni has, in the blink of an eye, cut the lead to 6. Helligar steps back. Inside, tries powering through. Darzi Bashin. The Baghlian can't finish. And offensive foul, and I think Little Z got hit low.
Those are not easy to get over, Zando. That kind of shot down low. Good
Davis.
defense by Mansourian.
Blocked by Mansourian. Mansourian, that's all effort right there, getting back into the play, stopping the easy, or what looked like an easy 2. Little Z can't finish. Davis pulls down the board, bringing it down. Davis inside, into Andriassian, and in for 2.
Zando, a big man that can rebound and take it to the rim with those kind of handles. What a threat in any league.
Valentine off. Panusi board. Looking up and pulls up. Panusi can't get it, but he gets his own rebound, finds the Baghlian. The Baghlian can't finish, but on the second try, he gets it to go.
What an extra effort.
Valentine draws a foul. He'll go to the line.
A little too physical there. You don't want to bump the body. If you're a defender, you just want to find a way to cut him off, stay disciplined, and contest that shot.
Six to go in the third. Panusi bringing it down inside on Andriassian. No good. Sargarian rebound.
That's a tough shot, even for him, Zando. Panusi's been forcing the last couple possessions. He's got to be more patient. Look for something easy.
And the other way, Helligar can't finish. Davis tries pulling it down. Panusi goes up for a third attempt, and Roman Davis ends up with the and 1.
That starts by the extra effort by Davis.
Davis can't convert the and 1. Erebuni stays within 6. Or within single. I'm going to be honest, I flubbed up there. Valentine inside. Loses the ball.
Valentine thought there was a lot of contact there, but he is not getting that call.
And we'll
And
be
a
right
lot
back.
of talk.
Be right back after this commercial break, as this one's getting chirpy.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
5.5 left in the third quarter. Erebuni trailing by 11 points. A game that's featuring two of the juggernauts of the league. Looks like the Armens are prevailing so far.
Armens have the size that Erebuni is sorely missing. They're able to score in the paint. They are fortunate that they're not knocking down those open threes. But Erebuni's still fighting, Zando. That's their identity. They're going to keep fighting. They have experienced basketball players on this team. But a big issue right now for both teams is ultimately who is in shape.
Helligar, after the 26-point first half, still scoreless in the third quarter, looking to find some sort of offensive footing.
That's credit to Aram Darzabashians for taking the initiative to guard him.
Inside now, Little Z. Backs down Davis. And he gets the call. Pat, we said it, a lot of talk in this game.
A lot of talk, a lot of frustration, Zando. Both teams, not necessarily Armens, but Erebuni seems just a little bit more frustrated. But that comes when you're down in this game. But you have to maintain your composure. This is still a very long game. We've seen a lot of different situations play out.
Z cuts the lead to 10 now for Erebuni.
And Erebuni looking to go into a zone.
That's the caveat of playing a zone. You're going to give up a lot of open jumpers.
Well, to their credit, Zando, Armens hasn't necessarily been knocking down those open threes that they had.
And a tough finish by Valentine. Other way now, Helligar.
Oh, what a move.
And finally gets himself going in the second half.
What a shift in direction by Helligar. He is so
Davis.
good with his body.
Shakes and bakes and goes inside for two.
Seeing more of a faster paced game, Zando.
Panusi corner. Too strong. Darzibashians now pulls it down. Erebuni on the break. And Darzibashian scores. Now it's a 6-point game. And Little Z calling for his teammates to get back. He needs some help in defense.
That's a tough finish inside, Zando. Two defenders all over him.
Valentine trying to answer. Valentine inside. Corner. Darzibashian's thought about it. Up top, Little Z. Inside. Can't finish. Panusi gets it ahead to Mansourian. Corner Panusi. He goes in. Can't finish the reverse lay.
Panusi getting a little frustrated. Shots aren't falling for him. Layups aren't falling for him. But you have to find a way to make an impact in this game, Zando. Play defense. Rebound.
Absolutely not happy with himself. He needs to see one go in. Has some crafty moves. And he can't finish. Dabaglian can't pull it down.
We're seeing Erebuni being a little tired here, Zando.
And Valentine settles for a deep three. Can't get it to go. 10 on the shot clock. Davis. No good. Darzibashians can't follow it up.
So many missed layups we're seeing this quarter, Zando. On both ends.
Panusi corner. Finally gets one to go. Armens back up 11. Valentine pegs it in.
There's nothing you can do about that one, Zando. You did your job. You contest that one. Just happened to go in.
And Helligar gets a bucket of his own.
I love the mentality. Get right back into it. Don't slow down.
Valentine. Inside, drives around Helligar, and he scores again. It's back to what we were saying in the first half. It's a one-on-one matchup between Helligar and Valentine. Who's going to score more? Helligar can't answer.
Zando, they're both taking it upon themselves to win the game for their teams.
Valentine fouled in transition. Timeout Armens. Minute 45 left in the third quarter. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
My Detroit players, Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn.
Damn.
Свій тут на запах, когда папа в будке. Утки, бради Бабелан, тебе не шутки. Индивиды клауда, опресны как бабки. На плече тяжелый биги, а на шее мамы.
Fear no lies, in my rhythm hands up, I talk about the legal eyes. If you scared, shut the fuck up, man, if you scared. No, fear no lies, in my rhythm hands up, I talk about the legal eyes. If you scared, shut the fuck up, man, if you scared.
Just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Erebuni find themselves down 8 points against Armens in a game that has early implications for seeding later in the season.
Zando, I am surprised that this is still a single-digit game. All things considered, Armens they've had a lot of opportunities they are not capitalizing, but Erebuni, again, it's that experience playing with each other, and obviously with the scoring talents of Valentine, they're keeping them in the game.
And credit to Erebuni, they haven't gone on a big run, but they've hit shots when they needed to. Those shots that keep it within single digits. Don't let them. They've been getting stops when they need to, not letting Armens extend their lead beyond 12 points. Inside now, Davis finds Dabaglian. No good. Ball out. Possession goes to Erebuni.
That's a good look for him, but he has not been able to buy one today.
Valentine bringing it up.
Valentine applying a lot of pressure on Valentine.
And Valentine pulls
and
up.
Gets the block.
Great defense there to stop the play. Panusi brings it the other way. Aaron pass leads to Erebuni break. Davis sets his feet and hits. And there's Littles. He's shouting from his bench. We need one more stop, one more play. Get us back in it. And Mansourian, right on cue, hits a big three.
Big bucket for Mansourian. Armens needed that one.
Foul called on Panusi.
Not sure if I understand that foul, Zando. Why are you applying pressure on a smart point guard like that on half court? Back up, play disciplined defense.
Davis now chance to bring it back within 6. 30 seconds on the game clock, 18 on the shot clock. And Davis has had a great second half, really helping Erebuni stay in this one, Pat.
Zando, he's a playmaker for these guys. As much as he's helping with scoring, he's also a playmaker. He's doing everything he can, and he's also playing great defense.
Helligar gets it to go again. Helligar coming alive again at the end of this third quarter.
Too easy for him, and no one's really applying the pressure as they should.
Shot clock off, 10 left in the third. Valentine gets his pockets picked by Dabaglian, and he's fouled in transition. Great defense by the young man.
What defense by Bogdalia and Zando, putting in an all-out effort against Erebuni's best scorer.
3 seconds left into Panusi. He hoists it up. And that'll do it for the third quarter.
What an effort we're seeing from this half, this whole game. I will now pass it on to Zando Arzumanian with head coach Alan Sotiri.
Academy USA Coaches Corner here with Erebuni coach Alan Sotiri. Alan, how is your team managing the loss of Marquise Williams after that second quarter?
Well, the loss of Marquise Williams is obviously huge. He's a huge player on our team, has a huge impact, kind of big guy too, like 6'7", 6'6". But we're not the only ones who suffered a loss in the middle of that second quarter. They also suffered a loss, and we're still in this game, still a winnable game.
What are you going to need to see out of your team in the fourth to get this W?
We've been missing a lot of layups, a lot of free throws. We've been talking a lot. We got to stop talking. If we could just start hitting some shots, hitting our layups, hitting our free throws, we should be fine.
Thank you, Coach. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Final quarter of action for our AABA Game Day 3 triple header. Corey Davis inside, draws a foul instantly.
Xander, we talked about this over and over. Davis taking the initiative, trying to find a way to edge out a win for his team. It hasn't been the prettiest of games, but it's been gritty, no doubt about that. But Erebuni's finding a way to get in this game. They're finding a way to make the right play. Going on this 2-3 zone has been helping them a lot. But let's see if Armens can knock down those shots.
Davis knocks down the free throws. And Helligar with the ball in his hands again. Panusi gets it back to Helligar. Davis, free throw line. Finds Panusi. Quick trigger. He's off. Panusi covering Valentine. Valentine pulls up. Off on the shot. And Helligar rises up to get the rebound. Other way. Helligar inside the paint. No basket.
Helligar thought there was a lot of contact, but they will not give him the call.
And Davis right away comes the other way and scores. Helligar fouled. He'll shoot two almost with the and one.
Zando, as impressive Helligar's performance has been this game, one thing I would like to see Armens do is move the ball around a little bit more against this zone. Erebuni, as we talked about, they are shorthanded, but you need to execute. You have shooters on your team. Mansourian just hit the last three. Panusi, even though he's been struggling, you still want him to have that shot. Be a little bit more patient and try to shave some time off the clock.
Helligar splits the pair. Davis bringing it out for Erebuni. And I don't know if Narba Andreassian will be coming back into this game with how he's sitting down and his ankle hurting, as Davis with another bucket.
Yeah, him not being in there is going to hurt Zando. He is another threat.
Helligar off. Out of bounds. And Valentine not too happy with that one.
Zando is that mindset of almost a victim mentality that he hasn't been getting the calls that he's wanted. But the calls will come to him in time. He just needs to be patient and keep playing his game.
Easy 2 points. And right now I think you got to get the ball back in Corey Davis's hands. He's willing them to victory, or trying to. Davis, fadeaway, off. Helligar grabs it. He's got Mansourian in the corner.
That's a tough shot. A 1-on-3 almost.
Mansourian now picks up Valentine. Valentine off. And the ball stays with Erebuni. Davis covered by Panucci. Roman Davis now covers him. Valentine in the post. And the shot clock goes off on Erebuni.
Gotta recognize the clock, Zando.
Lack of awareness there may have cost Erebuni a point or a basket. Sub coming in now, Melisetian coming out, Babaklian back in.
Zando, I gotta say, it's so funny seeing Zara Zargarian be the voice of reason.
Babaklian, no good. We saw during that little altercation, he was the peacemaker out of everyone. Davis bringing it, loses it. Ref calls a kickball.
Despite being vocal, at the end of the day, he understands the game, Zando. He knows what was the right call, what isn't. Will he always agree with the refs? No. But he has some points.
7 to go in the fourth. Valentine. Easy bucket. Erebuni now back, cuts the lead back to 4. Helligar to Panucci. And Davis able to pick Roman Davis's pocket. Corey Davis short on the jumper, and Little Z not able to clean it up. Yeah, we were talking about Erebuni being sneaky close. It's a 4-point game right now.
They find a way. They're finding a way to stay in this game, Zando. At the end of the day, they're all very talented basketball players, and Valentine's carrying the load on the offensive end.
Mansourian, right place, right time, follows up with a jumper. Armens back up 6. Valentine can't get it to go. And in the corner, Mansourian, big triple.
Another big bucket for Mansourian.
Mansourian extends the Armens lead to 9 points. We have a timeout for Erebuni, and we'll be right back after this.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Six minutes left in this game. Pat, you think Erebuni strays away from going to their man Valentine and keeps going to Davis, or you go back to what's been working the past couple weeks? Valentine steps back, hits it, but that's a 2.
Valentine being very vocal. Looks like he's in a different mindset, Zando.
And Panucci can't hit. And Valentine able to find Henrik, and he gets it back. Valentine scores again. A quick 4 points for him.
That was a nice unselfish play by Sardar Bigyan. He had that layup, but he had to give it to the better finisher.
Valentine stops the backdoor cut, getting it done on both ends.
What an effort we're seeing from Valentine right now, Zando.
Great
They're
job
playing-
by Erebuni, staying composed in these final moments of the game. Valentine trying to get post position. Davis, no good. Helligar brings and fades away for the two.
Another easy bucket for Helligar. Xander, I like what I'm seeing here. They're putting Andrew back on Valentine, hoping to apply that pressure. He's been doing a good job with him so far.
And Valentine gets inside, draws the foul. Some friendly chit chat going on between Dalboglian and Valentine. Just two competitors. Valentine goes in.
Good help defense from Helligar.
And Helligar coming up the court. Continuing, can't continue his scoring onslaught.
It's a rare miss for him.
And Davis now on the break. Davis into the body of Dalboglian. Chatter going back and forth between Valentine and Commissioner Suren Arzumanian. Davis set to shoot 2 free throws. 7-point lead for Armens.
Xando, the last thing you want to see from your best player is to lose his cool. Valentine has kept his composure, but he is talking a little bit more than expected. He's put on an astonishing performance. He's carrying the load offensively. Keep your composure. Keep your team in there. Show leadership.
Henrik out of the game. Andreassian back in. Ankle hasn't given up on him yet.
He's a tough guy, Xando. He's not going to let a small injury stop him.
Alexetian with a timely 3.
Big bucket for Suren, leaving him wide open, and he made him pay.
Valentine now. Inside for the deuce.
What a move for Valentine. This is still anybody's game, Xando. Both teams are competing.
3 minutes left. Panusi off. And now Corey Davis brings it up to Valentine. Valentine can't get it to go. Roman Davis finds Mansourian. Mansourian back to Davis. Jump hook. No good. Battle inside. Andreassian comes up with it. Davis. Shifty move. Draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Armens looking for that carry on Corey Davis. They're not going to get that. And Davis again heading to the line. Xando, he's so good at controlling his body, getting the contact.
Him and Valentine both have the ball on a string. It's just, you think for a second you have a chance to get your hand in there and reach in and take it away from them, and they pull it back. They snatch it, put it between their legs, behind their backs. They have so many tricks in their arsenal.
They're both very skilled players. They're exceptional ball handlers, and they're used to that pressure.
Davis knocks it down. We're under 3 minutes now. 4-point Armens lead. Helligar Meliksetian inside corner. Mansourian. Bang!
What a play by Surin, looking for Mansourian for that corner three. The role players today, Zando, we talked about Warren, but the role players for Armens have done a great job.
And Zargarian at the top of the key. Throws it away. Mansourian again. Pulls up. That one's off.
That's modern day basketball for you. On 2-on-1, going for the 3-point shot.
To be fair, I don't mind that shot. Guy was open. Guy inside was covered by a bigger defender. Might as well take it.
Zando, come on, man. On 2-on-1.
That's how basketball is now. Valentine to Davis. Davis off. Helligar brings 2 minutes to go. Davis. Mid-range jumper is good. Armens
Davis
now up 9.
Davis has been on point with his mid-range, Zando. You can tell he's been working on that.
And the mid-range is just a lost art in basketball as Corey Davis attempts the one-leg jumper. Minute 30 left. Armens up 9. Coach Viken Eskijin saying slow down the pace. Davis again. Short. Erebuni's going to need a bucket real quick. Valentine right at Davis. Panusi. Right down the middle. Panusi with the easy basket and a timeout called by Erebuni. 11-point game, 55 seconds left, Pat. And barring a miracle, I think this one's done.
Zando, I don't like what I'm seeing from Erebuni right now. I get you're tired, but you play till the clock stops. You're letting the guy practically walk in there and have a layup. I don't like that. I've always been a defensive-minded person, so maybe I'm a little biased here. But that's not – you got to put in more of an effort.
Davis catches. Goes in, steps back, triple. No good.
And Armens will look to slow down, waste clock.
And the ref calls the ball game. Refs tried calling game. Commissioner Suran Arzamanian said, no chance. You got to play this one out. Warren Helligar's trying to cover the spread, I think. .39 seconds left. 24 seconds on the shot clock.
And it looks like Armens will take the violation.
Valentine faking like he was about to steal it. And, you know, that's what you got to respect at the end of the game, Pat. There was all this chatter during the game, but after it's all smiles, laughing. Warren and Robert are having a good time. You know, two of the premier scorers in the league. Just competitive fire inside of them.
Helligar's laughing, Zando. Yeah, for that. But also, he didn't get the turnover. He gave it to Suran to get the turnover.
You see that all the time in the NBA. 15 seconds left. Armens just got to cross half court, and that'll be it.
You know, Zano, that's what you want to see. You want to see sportsmanship. You want to see each other, everybody getting along. And that should do it. Final score, Armens 92, Erebuni 83. What a performance we've seen from Warren Helligar, who is our player of the game. 33 points, 5 rebounds. Just an astonishing performance we've seen. Erebuni, shorthanded, they gave in an excellent performance, but they just came out short. And now we'll be giving it to Zando Arzumanian with our player of the game, Warren Helligar.
Here with the writing tutor player of the game, Warren Helligar. Warren, what was Erebuni giving you in this game to just allow you that explosion on offense?
I mean, I just take what the defense gives me. So if I saw opening, I'm going to go get to my spots every time. It don't matter who's guarding me. I'm going to get to my spots, take the right shot, and then, I mean, it worked in our favor.
Obviously, there was that altercation at the end of the second quarter. How were you guys able to come together as a team and finish off this game?
I mean, we can't control stuff like that, you feel me? So it's like that's going to happen in basketball. Obviously, we don't want it to happen. That's not why we come to play basketball, but it is what it is. So we just keep ourselves composed and then go to the next play. That's it.
Thank you, Warren. Great game. That'll do it for Game Day 3 here at Academy USA. We'll be back next week with more AABA action.